Hello again, this is Eleni. Welcome to the third video in the series. This is the final video setting the scene, let's say, of the language, so you can read and write comfortably by yourself. And in today's show, we are going, first of all, to enjoy some pictures of the area of Halkidiki, which is south of beautiful Thessaloniki. In the lesson, we are going to explain the capital letters, first of all, and then we are going to cover different ways of reading supposedly long words in Greek, because in actual fact, as in most languages, we have little words joined together and then coming out with a big one, the long one. So we are going to learn to make the syllables out of the words and then join the syllables together in order to come out with a big word. We are also going to cover the emphasis in Greek. If one of you has learned French, you remember French language actually emphasizes the words mostly in the last syllable of every word. Whereas in Greek, we are going to learn to do emphasis differently. And finally, we are going to start with some greeting words. Isn't that nice? Now, remember, as in every language, there are certain difficulties which you can face by just repeating something a few times, and then you come out with the word no matter what. We are adults here. I think we can see children around us actually doing the same thing in their mother tongue. So don't let any supposedly difficulty to prevent you from learning a language. You just repeat. Being an adult doesn't mean that you learn everything just like that. I mean, when we learn something, remember, we go back to the age of 5 maybe, when our brain started compartmentalizing stuff, learning in certain ways. No matter how old we are, no matter how educated we are, when we learn a new language especially, our brain reacts as a child. Our brain never ages. Anyway, be patient with yourself. Repeat material again and again until you come out with it. Also, English speakers, you have to remember, use different muscles of their throat and mouth to come out with certain sounds. But in Greek, we are going to use another group of muscles. So be patient, practice a lot, and you will see results pretty soon. Right, let's get started then, shall we? The first slide shows us syllables and emphasis. In Greek, syllabes και τόνος. In blue, we see the word kalos. Underline is the syllable that takes the emphasis, whereas in green, we see the word kalos. Compare kalos, kalos. They mean different things. So it's important to remember that whereas kalos means good, that's the blue one, the second word in green, kalos, means beauty. So if you want to make sure you know what you're talking about, you have to make sure you put the emphasis on the correct syllable. Then in pink, we see the word prosphora. You already noticed that every vowel creates a syllable. It doesn't matter how many consonants we have, the vowels are the ones that create the syllables. The sounds again, prosphora means offering, whereas prosphora means a special kind of bread that we take to church. Then we see the word diaphoros, the first in green. Diaphoros. Then the same word, but with the different ending, transfers the emphasis on the second syllable, διαφέρω. And finally, διαφορά. Notice that these three words in yellow show us the different places that we can put the emphasis. In Greek, the emphasis can go either on the third syllable from the end of the word, always from the end of the word. So we have the third syllable emphasized on the first word, the aphoros. Then we can actually put the emphasis on the second syllable from the end, διαφέρω, and then finally διαφορά takes the emphasis on the final syllable. All three words mean different things, of course. We already know from our mother tongue that we use the base of the word, the root of the word, and then we change the ending and we make different meanings. That's what applies here. Finally, I have to remind you that in Greek, when we use the uppercase, the capital letters, there is no emphasis. So you have to know the word in lowercase and then you can read the capital case. So we see the same words being repeated here in capital letters. Καλός, κάλος, διάφορος, διαφέρω, διαφορά. If you're ready, we are moving on to the next clip, which actually helps us to read in capital letters. So, from lowercase, number 1, βάζω. Uppercase, βάζω. Number 2, χαλί. Χαλί. Repeat after me if you want. Number 3, δέμα. Δέμα. Eyes on the words. Number 4, γάλα. Γάλα. Number 5, φώτα. Φώτα. Number 6, πικρό. Πικρό. 7, θέλω. Θέλω. 8, τώρα. Τώρα. 9, ζώνη. Ζώνη. 10, βήμα. Βήμα. 11, κουπί. Κουπί. 12, νέος. Νέος. 13, τάξη. Τάξη. 14, σειρά. Σειρά. 15, κενός. Κενός. 16, λοιπόν. Λοιπόν. 17, αυτό. Αυτό. 18, ευχή. Ευχή. 19, εύρος. Εύρος. 20, αυγή. Αυγή. Now, let's go on to reading long words as promised. We have a long word here. Actually, is a childish word. It doesn't mean that much. I'll explain later. But we can see here 8 syllables. Remember, From the 8 syllables, the emphasis goes in one of the 3 final syllables. Here we see the syllable, the third from the end, taking the emphasis. Now, how are we going to read this word? First of all, we practice with the first syllable. We can say school. It's dead easy. School, right? Repeat. School. And then li. Can you say li? It's easy again. Then ko. And mer. Mi. Go. Tri. Pa. After you practice reading individually each syllable, then when you feel comfortable, slowly, take it easy, practice joining 2 syllables together. And let's go to the second line. Purple. Schoolie. 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 Move on to the green part. Comer. Comer. Here we see when we have difficult consonants put together, we separate the consonants to break down the sound. So, comer. Then move on to the purple part. Mi go. Mi go. Mi go. Give time to your mouth to get used to the sound and your ear as well. And then finally, the green part, the final green part, tri-pa. Tri-pa. After you practice with that, then you're ready to come out with 2 syllable words. Schoolie, comer, the green part. Schoolie, comer. Schoolie, comer. Repeat that a few times. Then move on to the purple part. Mi go, tri-pa. Mi go, tri-pa. Repeat that a few times. When you're ready, move on to the next line. And then you're ready to read schoolie comer, schoolie comer, schoolie comer, again, schoolie comer, and then move on to the next one. Mi go tri-pa, mi go tri-pa, mi go tri-pa. After practicing that and feeling comfortable, then you move on and you say the word schoolie comer mi go tri-pa. Schoolie comer mi go tri-pa. Don't try and rush it because it's not easy. I understand that. But having practiced from the beginning to the end, I bet you can come out with a word. And now I'll give you what it means. It is actually 3 words put together. The first part is schoolikii. But when we join words together, usually the final vowel of the word, or the first word, turns into O. And then the second word is mermigi. The same applies here. And finally the word tripa. What do they mean? Schoolikii means worm, earthworm. Mermigi means ant. The ant crawls around and goes everywhere. We don't need it and they bite sometimes. And finally, tripa means a hole in the ground, a hole everywhere. So it is actually a hole for worms and ants in the earth. As I said, it's a childish word, but if a child can say it, I bet you can too. Moving on to practicing reading long words, shall we? Repeat after me. Take it easy. Break the syllables down as easy as I said before. So, number 1, pharmakio. Read syllables, don't read words. And when you're ready, put the syllables together. Pharmakio. Number 2. Ευχαριστώ. Ευχαριστώ. Number 3. Ονομάζομαι. Ονομάζομαι. Practice your eyes reading capital letters as well, the uppercase. Number 4. Ωριέως. Ωριέως. Number 5. Καλαμπουρίζω. Καλαμπουρίζω. 6. Τζαμαρία. Τζαμαρία. Number 7. Τσαντίζομαι. Τσαντίζομαι. Number 8. Αγκιστρωμένος. Αγκιστρωμένος. Well done, everybody. Keep repeating the words and you will see you will come up with them. And now, as promised, greeting people. So, I've made a funny thing here, like the day, around day. So, we can see the blue from the morning when the sun comes out to about midday, we say Kalimera. This is actually 2 words. Kali means good and imera means day. So Kalimera is easy to say. You can say it in the morning. If the sun comes up at 3 o'clock in the morning in some places, again Kalimera we say. Then in green, as apart from midday to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we say χαίρετε. In yellow, χαίρετε. This is actually a polite form of greeting, which we can say any time of the day when we are trying to be polite and we give the typical greeting to people, χαίρετε. Moving on to the afternoon, evening time, say at 3 o'clock, and afterwards maybe we say kalispera. It's actually for when the sun starts going down. It's like good evening. Kalispera. It comes from the words kali, which is good, and the word espera, which is evening. And finally, if we go to the dark blue, when the sun has gone down and we are leaving a house or we are leaving a company of people, we say kalinichta. Kali, good, nichta, night. In the middle, we can see the greeting Γεια σας, which is health to you, and actually the sas part that we see refers to a polite form of greeting or to more than one person. We can use γεια σας any time of day or night. It's like health to whomever we meet. And it's a friendly form of greeting. Although it can be polite, it is friendly as well. When we see only one person and we feel friendly towards them and they know us, we know them, we greet them with the word Yashu. Yashu. Health to you. Moving on to summing up, polite form of greetings. Now, in the morning we say Kalimera, Kalimera σας, Καλή σας ημέρα. And then after midday or any time, as I said, we have χαίρετε or γεια σας. In the afternoon or in the evening, we say καλησπέρα or καλησπέρα σας. That σας there is to you. So good evening to you. It makes it more heartfelt greeting. And then for good night, we use καληνύχτα, καληνύχτα σας, or we break the two words and we insert the σας in the middle and we say καλή σας νύχτα. Now, when leaving a company or any time of the day, we say γεια σας. And the friendly form of greetings, it's in the morning καλημέρα or καλή σου ημέρα. Some people will say καλή σου μέρα. They drop the first E, the first vowel of the word ημέρα. So καλημέρα, καλή σου ημέρα or καλή σου μέρα. At any time of the day, as I have said already, γεια or γεια σου. In the afternoon or in the evening, καλησπέρα. If we're leaving early in the evening and the night is still young and people may do something after we leave them, we usually wish them καλό βράδυ. Καλό is good, βράδυ is evening. We don't use espera, as I said before. The word espera is ancient mostly, whereas New Greek, sorry about that, drawing my sounds, we call it βράδυ now. So, καλό βράδυ, wishing people to have a good evening, whatever they do after we leave them. Good night now. We use that for when people usually are going to bed. We say καλή νύχτα or καλή σου νύχτα. And when leaving at any time of the day, again we say γεια σου. So, that was the lesson for today. I hope I didn't keep you that long, but anyway, see the video again and again. Repeat the words as often as necessary so we can come out with it comfortably. Later on, when I have more time in my hands, I may make some extended videos for all three of the series so far and explain things further. If you have any questions, please write comment or maybe suggestions. Although I have my own personal way of doing things, it's not easily understood, but with the experience I have gained through my 30 years of teaching, I have come up with my own ways of teaching stuff. I sometimes do things differently than other teachers. On the other hand, if you don't agree with my way of teaching, there are wonderful teachers out there on YouTube. You can pick one of those. Here we remain with people that actually can learn from this way, my way. So until next time, take care of yourselves, be patient, and every time you manage to do something, reading a word or something, say a huge well done to yourself, pat yourself on the shoulder. If you have difficulties, Don't worry, don't be hard on yourself. Congratulate yourself every time. Be patient with yourself every time. Right. See you next time. Bye bye for now. Take care.